All right. Well, that's the Evo lineup. Do you want to take a quick break before we jump into Blanka and TMNT, or do you want to just?
Let's just do it. You want to just do it?
All right, let's do it.
Cool.
Let's talk about Blanka. Blanka. I wasn't expecting to be announced that fast, so.
Paul be talking about KI. The only issue KI had was that it came out for a system nobody had. That's it. That was the only problem with the game.
Wait, it came out on PC, but that was... Everybody has a PC, right?
Everybody has a PC, so once it finally came out of beta, a lot of people could play it.
Oh, but, the beta phase, right.
But when it was only on whatever the other system
platform.
is,
I don't remember
that was the only problem.
That.
Everything else was great.
There was something else before PC?
It was just a beta. It was a long beta.
Weird, okay. I have no recollection of that at all. So.
Never saw it. It came out on Dreamcast. Well, I guess in a way. Anyway, all right. So let's talk about the next thing. So Blanka. Well, we've seen the trailer now, and then today there were a couple of streams that you could see as well. Capcom Fighters and Capcom Unity both had streams.
Yeah, I was actually, to be honest with you, surprised that he was announced so early. I guess that makes sense. February, that's the right on schedule then.
I think it is.
Oh yeah, you're right. But he's going to be out in like 7 days, if I'm not mistaken. He comes out on the 20th, right? Okay, so he'll be out next week, so we'll have a chance to mess with him. I'll try to mess with him before the stream, so.
We woke up to the trailer yesterday. What do you think about it?
When I saw the trailer, the two thoughts I had was, I can't tell how he plays a neutral, because, look, okay, 3 thoughts, right? I can't tell how he plays a neutral. 2, he looked like Blanka, like moveset, right? And that made me sad. Because I was really hoping they would change him, because I hate his moveset, because it's impossible to make this guy either like middle, because I think he's either going to be too good or sucks, right? Okay. And 3, his V trigger 2, I saw him pinballing around. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that's so funny, because when I saw it, I was just like, what? Come on, it's just Tal Bane. What are you doing?
Right? Yeah, I would just Tal Bane. But
the beast gets to go. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, got it.
It was cool.
It looks cool. It does look cool.
But yeah, and then I started seeing the streams today and everything, and so I saw some footage. There was the Winner Stays On stream, and then later on, Harrison, they had some stuff. I watched little bits of the Winner Stays On. I didn't get to watch much of the US stream with Harrison on there, but he looks kind of good to me.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of the stuff from London as well. I didn't watch any of the stuff from California, though. Randomly, London was better for my lunch break.
Right, yeah.
Anyway, I am intrigued by how he plays. First, I just want to talk about how he looks. I think he looks really bad.
Do you think
graphically?
Do you think the animations look bad, or do you think it's just the model looks bad?
Also bad.
Oh, you don't like the model either?
Neither one.
Huh? Okay.
So, weirdly, I think his silly story costume where he's dressed up in the outfit is his best looking one, because in that one it kind of hides it's so janky that you're like, okay,
right? It's a genius costume.
It's great. It's hilarious.
It's so trolly.
It's very trolly, which fits the character. I love it, but yeah, I think his animations are just real weird.
It's interesting because there's definite feeling that whatever studio or whatever animators are doing Season 3 are definitely not as strong as the ones that closed out Season 2.
I agree with that.
Because Sakura and Blanka both have this weird fluidity problem. Like, it doesn't feel like they have weight behind their attacks. They look kind of rubbery.
I'm with you. There's something weird there. I don't know how to describe it really either. It's hard for me to put into words because it's hard for me to identify it. But there's something in there that I just don't like. I see people in the chat who like him, which is great.
Yeah,
I'm very happy for you. But I think he sucks.
I think his model looks pretty cool. Yeah. I'm not opposed to the model. I just think when he does the knee and stuff like that. But to be fair, he looked really ugly and janky in 4, too.
Oh, maybe the worst in the game. Horrible looking character.
So, you know what? I mean, to be fair, this is still a massive improvement.
Well, I agree with that. He was horrible in SF4. Maybe the worst. It was in my view, it was him or Zangief were the worst looking in that game.
Or Dhalsim, maybe, too.
Sim was a little funky, too. Yeah. Not the prettiest couple of games here, in my view. So. But hey, people will disagree with me, which is great.
Yeah. But then,
just my view.
Dude, Street Fighter 4 is not an ugly game. You need to go back and look at it again.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, every time I go back and look at it, like the craziest thing is like I look at Akuma and he's just like janky position, and I swear their legs are so stubby. Like, I looked at Akuma, and it's like, his torso is this big, and his legs are, like, this long. I don't know, I was just looking at it, I was like, what's wrong with Akuma in this game?
I mean, in 2008, when it came out in the arcades, it didn't look good. Like,
right,
it's not like it looked good, and then, like, the graphics got ahead of it, and just, like, didn't keep up. Mm-hmm. I never thought it was pretty. I played that game a lot, but I never thought it was
When
pretty.
Street Fighter 4 first came out, I was like, these pictures, I was always like, this looks terrible. And then when I played it, I was like, okay, the game is better in motion. It's not as terrible as I thought, but it's never gotten better than that, you know, so.
Geef, his SPD recovery puppet was horrible. But he looks like a rock. He doesn't look like a muscular person. He just looks like he's a stone.
Yeah.
And his movement is just all.
That's what I mean. I actually like Blanka's model. I actually think he looks. I kind of like the new look of Blanka. What's weird to me though is that he talks.
Didn't he always talk?
He's never talked before.
I'm pretty sure he has talked.
When has he talked?
I'm pretty sure he talked in SF4. I think so.
His Twitch viewers, stream warriors.
Even in SF2, he said stuff in the dialogue. He wasn't just making noises.
Oh, well, I mean, he had text.
Yeah, text.
But he never had any voice acting. He never was like, I have the rage of the bar.
I'm pretty sure he talked in 4.
Did he talk in 4? He talked in Blanka talks in SF Cross Tekken.
Is that what I'm thinking of? I really think he talked in 4, folks, but.
He talked in 4. Okay, so people are saying he talked. I just don't remember him talking in 4. I guess it's so weird.
Yeah,
I have no recollection of that. I have no recollection of that. So
yeah.
In 4, he said, "You'll never survive in the jungle after winning a round." I don't know if I've ever heard that.
You probably have.
Unless he went, and I just assumed he was.
To me, it sounds like just the same voice.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. And
I really think he did. So anyway, well, I'm glad some of you folks like how he looks. That's good to hear at least. Gameplay. What?
I think he looks super good.
Do you? Okay.
Dude, nobody can seem to punish the jab ball unless you're like Balrog dash punch, right?
I think it'll be like how it classically was.
Yeah.
In every game, really.
Right.
Some characters can't punish jab ball, and those characters have to respect his neutral game. Mm-hmm. People who can punish jab ball just ruin him. Mm-hmm. It's not always the case. He beat Dalsum in SF4, even though Sim could easily punish all the balls. Mm-hmm. Not always the case, but that's like a general rule. So whatever, that's to be expected. I think that he plays differently than many other characters in the game, which I'm excited for. I don't think that he plays the same sort of mid-footsies game that a lot of characters want to get involved in. I don't think he plays that game.
Because he's one of the only pure charge characters in the game right now, right?
There's a few.
Is there?
Yeah,
Bison still has
Bison.
Psycho Inferno. Oh, I guess Guile for sure. Because Guile only has 2 special moves. But even Balrog has the upper.
I guess.
You know, but I mean, I guess the only one that Blanka has is the command throw.
Command throw
that he has.
Yep. So I feel like he doesn't want to get engaged in footsies because they don't look that good. I guess we'll see when we actually get our hands on them, but they didn't look great. That said, from a little bit further away than that, he can go in close really well. Like he can sort of stab with the slide really well as always. He can do parabolic ball into now he's plus. Yeah. And on hit he gets an actual combo out of it. Like it actually matters, you know, which is great.
Beast roll is actually a move.
Actually useful. His regular jump looks terrible, but the coward crouch into command jump looks a little bit faster than that.
They said on Capcom Unity that everyone can punish jab ball, so I guess you just have to find what the punish is.
Okay.
Unless they mean like you can always punish it if you have your critical art.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah. Or like in the corner. Or whatever, I do. They said something like -17. I think it was a lot. So. Anyway, I like the fact that he doesn't play that neutral game. Instead, he sort of wants to get going from further away, and then once he's in close, he has a bunch of advantage stuff with Rainbow Ball,
electricity.
A bunch of his normals are plus on block. Electricity is plus on block. He has side hop mix-ups. His command grab is in there too, and command grab works from far away. So I like that he's not in the same zone everybody else is.
I just know that there's so much salt from Blanka's command grab from Alex players.
Oh boy.
Because it looks so much better than the stun gun headbutt.
Yes.
And it's not a charge move.
Yes.
They're probably like, why can't Alex have this?
He continues to be a confusing character.
Right.
What his role is in the game is unclear.
I feel the same way about Cammy Hooligan not grabbing low people and then watching Birdie Dolphin dive everybody all day. I'm like, really?
For sure. So, yeah, I think that his gameplay actually looks more interesting than I expected. I thought that I would not care for it, just based on how he's played historically. But, no, I feel like he's a little stronger. It kind of reminds me of ST Blanka, or maybe, SF2 Blanka generally, where he's not like a footsies monster, but at his jump range, he's strong. He can slide under fireballs there. He can jump, with some good normals.
Super good.
I meant in Super Turbo, and then in Super Turbo, once he gets close, he's really strong too. So he's not like in this mid range, but he can attack from further or up close. And I feel like they did that again with SF5 Blanka.
Right.
Like it's a clear callback to me to that, which I like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I have a concern about is that he sucked in ST. Right, he was
not
bad.
very good.
He was bad in that game, right? And so I don't think he's going to be bad. Like, I actually think he might be super good in this game, depending on how punishable the Blanka ball is. Okay, we'll have to see that. But he definitely has a lot of, like they showed with his V-Trigger 1, it's like super easy to confirm into his critical art and stuff. So, I'm curious to see how he's going to be. I'm still scared because Blanka's inherent game design, I feel like, makes it so that he's either too good or he's really terrible. And so if everyone can counter the jab ball, he's going to be terrible again. But
I don't think that's going to be true this time. I feel like he has enough other stuff that just horizontal ball is not going to be.
Okay, I hope so.
As important. I mean, in matchups, if they exist, where people can't punish the jab ball, he's going to be stronger, of course. But I don't feel like it's going to be, the case that if you punish it, then you beat him. So, yeah, I feel like he has other stuff. I like how he looks.
Okay.
Gameplay wise.
Okay.
Gameplay-wise. But if I play him, I will definitely always use that costume.
That costume?
For sure.
I said is like single-handedly the most amazing and also unsettling thing at the same time. Like, I don't want to ever fight against it, but I think if I played Blanka, I could never not use it.
Yeah, definitely. How could you not?
That's the only thing. Dude, like, they probably made... Because the thing about it is, if you play Blanka, you're a troll. Like, I feel like that's just true. Like, people who play, it's like Lapchi, right? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, right? You just have to have... And so, like, that costume was, like, perfect for Blanka.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
I just feel like that's exactly... Although Vi was like, they should make a plush costume for everybody
They
now.
should. That'd be great.
You're right? Yeah. It'd be kind of weird.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Imagine Abigail. So, yeah. It would be so sick. Yeah, man. We'll see. Again, coming out next week.
Yeah, so very, very soon.
Anything else to say on that guy?
I mean, he looks cool fighting Victor over there.
Street Fighter versus Dark Stalkers.
That's right.
Victor von Gerdenheim. Jimmy Blanka. Is that canon? His last name is Blanka? I thought that was like a...
I thought that was just a nickname for the monster, yeah. Like, it seems weird to me to have to call his mom Mrs. Blanka.
Yeah, is that right?
I don't think that's right.
I don't know.
They had to put a full name in there.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Enough about Blanka, and let's do a quick impression on TMNT.
Ooh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are out for Injustice 2.
I have not had a chance to mess with them yet.
Okay, I did.
Okay.
First of all, I think that they look good. I like how they looked in the game.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with you that some movements in Injustice are like not the greatest in the world, for sure. But I do think that their models look really good.
Oh, yeah. The thing about it is Injustice models all look really good.
Yeah.
They've all always looked very good. It's the animations I'm concerned about.
Yeah. But I feel like the little punchy kick things kind of make more sense for the turtles than some other characters. So I like how it looks.
I'll tell you right now, the one move that I saw that I was really frustrated with, which I'm sure everybody else is like, that's my favorite move.
Yeah.
I think it was when Donatello like grabs you and like twirls you and throws you or something. Like I saw that and it just looked so Mortal Kombat to me. And I was
for
just,
sure.
Like it totally looked like something like Cabal would do to you or something like that.
Probably just like it. Probably just exported the Cabal thing or imported. There are some moves that I think are a little janky looking. Like they have a Blanka ball basically, and they also have like Kano ball out of the air. And those spins are a little weird looking. I would say. But anyway, other than that, I think that they look good. Okay. So the way that it works is that there is one character, the TMNT, and then you pick the other ones by equipping different gear.
Right.
And the gear is just the weapon.
And by default, you have all 4 gear. Like they come with those gears. So you actually have to save the loadouts for each different weapons to be able to pick them, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Right?
You have to go into character customization and select the different loadouts and select the different weapons.
By default, which one is it?
Leo.
By default, it's Leo.
By default, it's Leo.
Okay, so he starts with the katanas, and you have to create the loadouts for the sai, the nunchuck, and the bow staff.
Correct.
Basically.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can only create 3 loadouts by default until you increase your level with the character. So you pick your 3.
Right.
They all have a lot of similar moves. There's a lot of crossover in normals between the different characters and specials too. Though they have a lot of the same stuff, but then they each have buttons on like back 1 and back 2, a couple other things where they bring in their weapon. So those are like the differentiators, right?
Okay,
so like Donnie and Leo have like far-ranging moves, right, in footsies, and then Raphael's is like a short stab. It's like much closer range. So that's kind of how they did the weapons variation.
That's the other one I didn't like too. When Raphael stabs you with the sais and someone jumps off of it or something. Like I don't know. I think all the stabby stab that they do in Injustice feels too Mortal Kombat to me.
I'm sure it's
like
heavily
when Robin
influenced.
Stabs you and jumps off the sword and keeps
right.
you. Like,
The
stabby stab stuff doesn't fit for. But anyway,
okay, all right.
That's a whole other story.
So they each have a couple of special moves that are different. Like Raphael has a little like low attack where he spins on his shell.
Someone says that in tournament mode they are just options you pick in character select.
That's true.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you pick TMNT, the slot, and then you select which character. It's a thing that comes up.
Nice.
So Leo has like hitty hit with the sword, special move, and Leo and Mikey has the shell hop and whatever.
So they do have
they all have special moves that are different as well, and their traits are all different.
Right.
So,
really?
Yeah, the traits are all different. So Leo's is that he calls in each one of the other turtles to do different things.
Okay.
Donnie is an overhead, Raph is projectile, and Mikey comes in on his skateboard and it's a low. So all these different things.
Okay. So he has assist.
He has assist basically.
Leo has assist.
And Donatello puts out like traps on the ground. One of them prevents you from jumping. One of them sucks you into the sort of vacuum of it.
You mean a capture state?
No. I mean it's more like Black Hole from Faust.
Oh,
you're
really?
You're constantly being sucked into it.
Okay.
Raphael's is basically Catwoman.
So his sucks then?
His definitely is the most boring. but even worse, it doesn't just automatically build up. He has a special move that you do that increases the hits on it. Garbage.
That's okay.
For sure.
Okay.
And then Mikey's is that he gets on his skateboard and he either tosses it at you as a projectile, or you can cancel it, or he has an overhead and a low, something like that. Like he has different tools.
Okay.
So basically, Leo is like the footsies guy. He's Aquaman. He's footsies.
Right. Range.
Safe pressure. Yeah. Range. He's the good one. Then Donatello has some range too, but some problems, backdashable strings and whatnot. Raph, I think, is probably pretty bad.
Really?
He has a counter, and he has the get hype special move, which is the like increase my trait thing. And Mikey is like a mix-up character up close. So I mean, they're all different characters for sure.
Yeah.
But I definitely think Leo is like clearly the best.
Yes.
Only time I've ever said that. Only context I'll ever say that, for sure. Only in video games.
See, he's the only one who can get all the turtles to work together. That's why he's the best, right?
Well,
that's why he's the strongest, because he can get the team working.
Right. Yeah,
all the other guys are fighting by themselves outside of a few certain things. But Leo's like,
you're right, man.
Leo's like, you know what? Come on in and help me.
Yeah.
And that's why they're the best.
No, you're right.
Because he's the leader, dude.
And each one of the assists is on its own cooldown. So like you can do like Raph, and you can do Donatello overhead, and like you can
see. There you go.
Yeah. He's safe on everything. Like he has Aquaman like mid-range normals into Trident Rush. Like he has exactly the same option.
Okay. Does he have Endless Screw? Like that's the most important thing.
What's Endless Screw?
In TMNT FighterZ, that was his Zangief spin.
Oh yeah,
Endless
that's right.
Screw.
No, he does not.
That name of that move is
didn't know the name of it, but yeah,
that's what he says. Just like Moron Crusher.
I remember that one.
Yeah. Of course, this is Aura Crusher.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah. No, that's
Spark,
exactly what it was called, Spike. Trust me. Never get over that name.
So I'm a little bit bummed in the sense that I feel like the other three are underwhelming.
I feel like they did that because Leo was kind of the default, or
honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, they're playable now. I do think that Leo is fun. I don't think he's boring like Aquaman because he has the assists that you can use in like pressure and safety and tricky tricks. So I don't think that he's boring, but man, I hate that he's the best one. Bummer.
I love it.
Bummer.
I love it.
Anyway, check it out.
So that means I definitely need to go play some Leo then.
I played him online today for a little bit. And of course I was only playing Leo, and I was basically only doing back 1-2, which is like his big footsie string. Was it back 1-2 into stabby stab, whatever,
Okay.
Trident Rush.
Well, I mean, were you only fighting turtles online, I'm
Dude,
sure?
a bunch of people were just playing the turtles. Definitely.
I'm sure you were just fighting mostly turtles.
You know what's funny is every time I fought a turtle, I would start out as Leo, and another guy would start out as like Raph or Don or whatever. And then when I beat him, they all switch to Leo. Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Oh man, Sonic Fox is doing work with Donnie, huh?
I think if I were to rank them, I would say Leo then Donnie.
Okay, because he's got traps.
Yeah, I do like the traps.
Yeah.
The fact that he prevents you from jumping is really good for sure. For sure.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Well, there you go.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, let's take a break then.
Yep.
And when we come back, we will go into some of the results from this weekend and talk about a bunch of the fighting game news that we have. So, all right. Be right back, guys.